to the public.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, today's date is March 31st, 2022. In Lubbock County, Texas, I call cause number 2000-548-419 in the interest of the Ruiz and Solis children. What says the state?
The Attorney General's office is ready, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. O'Neill has announced ready. Present by audio and video is Valerie Solis. Are you ready, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Also present by telephone is Jacob Daniel Ruiz. Are you ready, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Mr. O'Neill. You may
Your Honor, the
witness.
state called Valerie Solis.
Ms. Solis, would you raise your right hand, please? You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, go ahead, Mr. O'Neill.
Ms. Solis, are you the mother of Phoenix and Jacob?
Yes.
And is there a prior order finding that Mr. Jacob is the father of those two children?
There was, I think there was DNA tests that were taken through the Attorney General's office at birth.
Okay. And back in 2010, there was actually an order for Mr. Ruiz to pay child support for the children. Is that correct?
Yes.
And in the last order in this case, back on February 28th, 2017, child support and medical support for Mr. Ruiz was stopped. Is that correct?
Yes. Due to his incarceration.
Okay, and that was going to be my next question. The reason that child support and medical support was stopped was because he was incarcerated at that time. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. To your knowledge, does Mr. Ruiz continue to owe on back due child support?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state would offer as State's Exhibit 1 the updated copy of the financial activity report.
Admitted as states number 1.
Ms. Solis, is Mr. Ruiz currently incarcerated?
No, he's not.
Okay. And you have been receiving payments on back child support for a while now. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, to your knowledge, is Mr. Ruiz working?
From my understanding, he is.
Do you have do you have any private health insurance available for the children on this case?
I don't.
Pass the witness.
Ms. Solis, do you have them on Medicaid?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Ruiz, do you have any questions you want to ask her?
No, ma'am.
All right.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
If you do, they just need to be in the form of a question right now.
Okay. No, it's okay.
All right, go ahead, Mr. O'Neill.
Your Honor, the state would call Jacob Ruiz.
Mr. Ruiz, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead, Mr. O'Neill.
Mr. Ruiz, at the time of the last order in 2017, you were incarcerated, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And during that time, were you in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice?
Yes, sir.
When were you released from TDCJ?
December 15th, 2020.
And are you currently employed?
Yes, sir.
Where are you employed?
Mama Rita's Cafe.
How long have you been with that employer?
Since February of 2021.
And what is your current, are you paid hourly at that employer?
Yes.
What is your current hourly pay?
$14.
And on average, how many hours a week do you work?
33 to 35.
Mr. Ruiz, do you have any other children?
No, sir.
Are you a member of any union?
No, sir.
Do you have any other sources of income other than your employment at Monterey?
No, sir.
Do you have any private health insurance available for the children in this case?
No, I know they take out like $80 a week. I think it's for Medicaid, Medicare, or whatever. And then $30 a week for child support. And then they took my stimulus checks, all three of them, that whenever I had filed for it in prison. And when I got out, I got a letter saying that I guess Attorney General took it.
Okay. Well, Mr. Ruiz, the question specifically was if you have any other source of income, or are you receiving money from any other source than Monterey?
Oh, no.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you want me to know, Mr. Ruiz, that hasn't come up yet through the question and answer? Mr. Ruiz, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Anything else you want to tell me?
Oh, just that, like, how am I supposed to make a living off when I got the rent, light, gas, food, and vehicle and all that? Parole fees, and class fees. I mean, because whenever I was out, I was working two jobs, and the reason for that, because I figured they'll take out from one job for child support because I wasn't making enough to even make a living. So, but they were taking from both of them, and then so I figured I'll get the income, and then at the end of the year they took the whole income too. I didn't get a cent, and I mean, that's really what killed me. And I give my kids money, like when I got out, I'll give them weekly money, like anytime.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Stop lying.
Ma'am,
Yes.
not your turn to talk right now. It's only Mr. Ruiz that I should be hearing right now. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, I give them money, and I'm like, I got receipts, and if you put the kids on the stand, they'll tell you themselves.
Where do you get that money, Mr. Ruiz?
From my job.
Okay. Anything else you want me to know?
My kids know anytime that they need anything, glasses or clothes or anything, they know to call me, and they know that I'll give it to them, because I could get advances at my job, so I could get the money anytime or whatever.
Okay. Mr. O'Neill?
No further evidence from the state, Your Honor. State rest.
All right. What does Exhibit 1 indicate in terms of the arrearages currently owed?
Your Honor, as of February the 28th of 2022, the Exhibit 1 shows that Mr. Ruiz is in arrears on child support in the amount of $24,515.89. And on that same date, February 28th, he's in arrears in medical support in the amount of $2,654.92.
92.
Yes, Your Honor, 92 cents. That's correct.
All right. Does that in fact give him credit for IRS intercepts? Are there credits there that you see that do not appear to be from regular wage payments?
Your Honor, I see payments received all appear to be from regular employer.
Mr. Ruiz, when are you saying that they got your IRS return?
When was it? Okay, I got it on December, so it had been like February, March. Like March. I got the letter. I have to pull it out. I have the letter, and it says exactly. I even sent it to my daughter, and I said, make sure your mom gives you some money because you know what I'm saying, they took the stimulus. It was 3 of them. I think it was 1,400. And I was told that money is because you know I have barely gotten released, so I needed to get on my feet or whatever.
Mr. O'Neill, do you show any kind of those payments on Exhibit 1?
One moment, Your Honor. And I am checking here. Forgive me for the hold up. Your Honor, we on Exhibit 1, it does reflect a payment under medical support on June the 3rd of 2021 and the amount of $1,804.15, which is a payment that is higher than his regular payment through his employer.
Okay, so it appears that possibly an IRS intercept has hit that. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And if it went toward medical, it's possible Ms. Solis did not see that. Is that correct?
That's yes, Your Honor. That's a possibility, depending on the assignments.
Mr. Ruiz, it looks like to me that your tax refund was intercepted, but sometimes those payments do not go directly to the other parent as child support. Sometimes the state holds on to them to pay for the Medicaid. And I cannot tell, but it seems very possible that Ms. Solis has not in fact received that, but that the state did. That's always a possibility. If you want to find out where that payment went, you will have to make an appointment with the AG's office and go in and talk to them about it. But please do not tell the children you should get some money from your mom, because it's very possible that mom didn't get any money. You need to understand that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, anything else you want me to know, Mr. Ruiz?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Closing.
Your Honor, the state does ask that the court take a judgment as of February 28th, 2022, and the amounts that were presented in our financial activity report. We would ask that the court set appropriate payouts for those amounts, and we will be glad to provide the court with suggested payouts for the child support. Interest on that amount is going to be nearly $125 per month. On the medical, the monthly interest is going to be considerably lower, roughly $13 a month. Given Mr. Ruiz's other fees that he has and the amount of guideline support that we have calculated, which we'll discuss here in a minute, I think we would ask for at least $150 a month in child support repayment on that judgment, but that's only paying down his principal by about $25 per month. And we would ask for at least $40 back on the medical. Mr. Ruiz's guideline child support based upon the $15 an hour and averaging that to 34 hours per week. His gross monthly income would be $2,210 per month. If with the $50 of cash medical support reimbursement, that would make guideline child support for 2 children before the court and no other children who he has an obligation to support $470 per month. We do not believe that Mr. Ruiz has provided information that he's provided a good enough reason to deviate from guideline child support in this case, and so we would ask that support be set at guidelines.
Ms. Solis,
Excuse-
from your point of view, what would be fair for me to do? Ms. Solis, you're muted. I need you to unmute, please.
Oh,
There we
I'm
go.
sorry. Can you hear me now?
I can.
No, I just feel that whatever's fair for my children, because I mean, I have, and they're not the only 2 children I have. I have 5 children and I've been struggling. I pay rent. I provide their clothing. I provide their phone bills every month, their tennis shoes. He has not helped me. I've given him the opportunity since he's got out of prison to step into their life. And he didn't even call my son last week for his birthday.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not.
Mr. DeSoto, not your
he
time
was-
to speak right now.
I took him to Six Flags for his birthday so that he could have fun, and there was no phone call.
All right, Mr. Ruiz, from your point of view, what would be fair for me to do?
Yeah, ma'am. Can I speak something real quick?
No,
I
sir,
did
I
take-
want to know what you want me to do. Your testimony is over. Tell me what you think would be fair for me to do.
He said I was getting paid 15. I'm not getting paid 15. So I was trying to interrupt right there and tell him that whenever he said 15 an hour, I'm not getting 15. I'm getting $14 an hour. So that and then, you know, I mean, for my rent and everything, you know, I can't make a living like that. And I mean, I'm willing to pay, you know, to get my kids whatever, you know, they need or whatever. But I mean, that much a month, I can't make a living off of that. That's what sent me.
No, sir.
That's
All right, my turn. Based on the testimony and evidence, then, my decision is as follows. I calculated Mr. Ruiz at $14 per month for 34 hours per week, and I'm ordering him to pay Ms. Solis child support of $470 per month, starting April 1st. And that will drop to $377 after the older child emancipates. Now here, Mr. Ruiz is I'm also ordering Mr. Ruiz to pay $75 per month reimbursement for the Medicaid and half of any medical bills that the children have. Ms. Solis, does Medicaid cover everything for these kids?
As of now, it does.
Good, excellent. Keep them on it. It's a good plan.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
I'm terribly sorry. I know you're giving your ruling, but I had written down for testimony 15 average. And if it was, that appears to
Mr.
be-
O'Neill, I calculated it this time.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, so $470 a month, dropping to $377. Now, here, Mr. Ruiz, is what's killing you. Apparently, you have not thought to pay child support for a lot of years. I'm granting judgment for $24,515.89 of regular
I've been-
child support. Sir, my turn to speak. And $2,654.92 of medical support. The first should be paid at $125 per month, medical support at an additional $25 per month. So you're going to be paying $150 a month on what you owed from the past, Mr. Ruiz. Now, let me tell you, that's as low as I can go. That's not going to help you pay it off. I'm setting it at an amount that will keep you even. So you may not see that you're getting ahead on paying those arrears down. But as a favor to you, I set it that low. But you're not making any strides toward paying it off. So when the children turn 18, you need to know you're still going to owe that money. Okay? That's my ruling, and I'm waiving court costs in this matter. Is there any other relief I have not addressed?
No, Your Honor.
And I can give you the gross, Mr. O'Neill. The net was 2,063. Or excuse me, the net was 1958. The medical was 75. Came out with a net of 1883. Mr. O'Neill's going to prepare that order for my signature and I will sign off on it. There is a period of 3 business days starting today that anybody can request a new hearing. If you do that, you get a new hearing in front of the district judge, and that judge would start over and hear from you both again and make his or her own decision. They're not bound by anything I've done. But if nobody requests that new hearing in 3 business days, then my order starts to become final, and you both should get a copy of it by either email or by regular mail within the next 2 weeks. If you don't get it, call the Lubbock Central AG's office and remind them to send you one, okay? Good luck to you both, Mr. Ruiz, Ms. Solis.
Thank
And
you.
good luck to Phoenix and Jacob.
Thank you.
Good luck to you all. Bye-bye. You are free
Thank
to
you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, on the Gill case, I have an
Yes.
agreement, and they're requested to do DocuSign, Your Honor.
Okay, so that's a plus.
Yeah, we'll take it.
We'll take it.